Hi guys, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 13 of Travels. This week we have a two-part episode for you. The first part, you can see right here, we had dinner with our good friends Brian and Casey Davis. Casey runs a craft day organization. The link will be down below. And Rebecca went and had a really good crafty day with all of her friends. Welcome everybody to the second part of this week's Travels video. You saw in the first part that Rebecca had a lot of fun with her crafty day, and this second part is supposed to be about motorcycles, but again, change of plans, life gets in the way. We were too busy helping friends and family move this weekend, so I actually didn't get any garage time. I'm going to fix that this week though. But for part two, it's time for something that some of you might not want to watch. So, I'm going to warn you now, there are some graphic parts to this video. You know that we raise quail. Well, we're going to eat quail tonight for dinner. And that includes butchering and cleaning and all of the gross stuff, but yet all of the wonderful and delicious stuff that go with it. So don't worry, I will give you full warning when the bad parts come, and you can cover your eyes or forward to the next moment and you can see all the rest of it. So stay tuned. All of our little friends are outside right now, and I'm going to dispatch them in just a moment. First off, though, I've got to bring all of this water up to about 160 degrees, because once they're culled, and that's what it's called, culling, when you snip the head off, and it's that fast, they won't even know it, we need to dip them in 160 degree water, which scalds their skin and loosens up the feathers. It makes it a whole lot easier to remove all of the feathers. And then we have a bird that looks just like a bird you would get off the shelf at Publix. We currently have 118 degrees in the water right now, so while it's warming up and coming up to temperature, we're going to dispatch the birds. So the quail have been out here all night. They haven't been fed in about a day, so that leaves their digestive tract nice and empty and easy for cleaning. So now comes the moment that we are going to humanely and quickly dispatch them and have them ready for prepping. So if you have a weak constitution, now's the time to look away or fast forward. So we have a trash can ready immediately to take the heads of the birds, and a bin right here to put them in. And we're also going to use the trash can to drain the blood. And again, it'll be quick and simple, and it won't be that bad at all. Grab one guy. Stretch out the neck a little bit. Very quickly, cut the neck right off. Let the blood drain. Nice and easy. Again, it was very quick for him. The only thing it was having trouble cutting through was feathers itself. We got the water a little bit too hot, so we're waiting for it to cool down. I've got my trusty digital thermometer right here, and it says 171. So we're just going to let it come down to about 160, and then we'll dip these birds and get these feathers rubbed off. All right, we're at 160 degrees, so we're going to start working on getting these feathers off. Got our trusty trash can right here. We're ready to go. And let's grab our first guy right here. And we're just going to get it down in the water for about 30 seconds or so. to loosen up these feathers. There we go. That is one bird just about done. We'll give him one more rinse and he'll be in good shape. Now let's start on another one. Now that we've got something that looks a little bit more like what you'd find at Publix, we need to clean these guys up. They've been defeathered, but we need to get the internals out, clip the feet off, and then get them in a brine soaking for tonight's dinner. Alrighty, now we're ready to get these guys cleaned. I warn you, this is a part that could be a little bit gross as well, but it's no different than getting a turkey and getting all the insides out and getting it ready for Thanksgiving dinner. So the first thing we're going to do is take one of our little guys here, set him on this parchment paper that I've wrapped around my cutting board. That way the cutting board stays nice and clean. And we're going to go ahead and trim the feet off. Just going to find the joint and cut straight through. Nice and simple. Toss those. And now to get the insides out, it's even easier. You're just going to start at the rear end and cut along the right side of the spine. Cut through the rib cage and then do the same thing on the other side. Just like that, and then remove the insides. Straight into the trash that goes. And once you get that clean, the entire inside is clean. I really wanted to keep these guys whole because for presentation's sake it would be really nice, but they're so small. I'm looking at this rib cage trying to get it out, and I figure I'm probably just going to have to take the breast off. So I'm going to start first with getting the leg off, and that's like basically like a drumstick. I mean, everything about these guys is identical to a chicken. It's just so much smaller. So that is a drumstick right there. And we'll do another one here. And we'll go ahead and fillet the breast here along the breastbone. And it's so small. And you can see it's a pretty small piece of meat right there. Left a little bit on there, but I'll try to trim more later. I'll leave that little bit of skin on there. And the skin is already starting to come off on this side, so we can't save that on this guy. Desmo and Tezzy are in here. They smell something yummy. Yeah, no guys, maybe after it's cooked, okay? You can have a little bit. Try to keep that as close as we can down to the breastbone. And still, that comes out with the really tiny fillet. There's really just not much to these guys. So, 2 of the 5 were too small, but as you can see, we got 3 of them looking like little bloated piggies right now because they've got stuffing all in them. They blew up pretty big once I filled the cavity with stuffing. We've got Alfredo sauce cooling right here. We've got some shells boiling right here. And this is a nice little pesto addition that we're going to put into the Alfredo and give it just a little bit of a kick. So I'll update you guys as soon as everything's ready. Well, guys, here's the finished product. Question is, how good does it taste? Somebody, I think, thinks that it smells good.